let's talk more about your time as an operator. There's probably some best and worst moments. Does anything come to mind over your career? Those best and worst.
Yeah, I think there's always great moments. I think some of the most interesting projects were, like I mentioned before, working with a couple large companies for Panasonic. They were doing wind farms in southern Ontario, and we were building the crane pads and the roads for the access. And that was a great collaboration with some of the large crane companies. I mean, these things are lifting, 70 ton, 200 feet in the air. We had to have a really good base and good materials, and it was a lot of fun to watch that grow and see it progress. It was a very interesting project. Really learned a lot. There's also worked on the 407 extension project. That was also very interesting. Highway, big cuts, huge fills, lot of equipment. That's probably one of the biggest projects I've worked on. You go out and get out in the morning, and there's just a train of excavators and dozers and rock trucks all leaving out. It's like a parade. It was a really fun job, but there were good times and worse. Probably the worst time was for that project on the 407. We got into some material that it didn't matter what you put the equipment in. It was just, they were getting buried. They were getting swamped, stuck. You're constantly pushing rock trucks out. We got into a really blue clay material that was actually making the excavator operators seasick, because there was no stability in the ground. So it was actually kind of rocking like a boat every time you moved the excavator. And guys actually had to get out and just stand on the ground and take a minute to orient themselves. It was a pretty rough scenario, and we did that for about a month before we got through that material. So that was not the most enjoyable experience. That, and also I think, and nobody loves the breakdowns that are associated with heavy equipment. We know it's going to happen. You have your maintenance plan, and you take care of the equipment and you maintain it best of your ability. But eventually they're going to break down, and that always presents issues and delays that you have to work with.